Soviets and Soviets, the Red Army, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
I'm Mangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, we promised you more bloody action. Indeed, we are going back for more action. And at this point, we are actually going to go and take Orsha East, flip it upside down, and rang who is flaying themselves for our amusement today.
Oh, on the left-hand side in blue, we have Gneibs playing 14th Infantry, and on the right-hand side, we have a Wondernoob playing as 184th Infantry. Both of them with a balanced income. Everyone's just, taking similar incomes. Keep it nice and consistent, No
Well,
surprises.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah.
It makes life easy for us. You make a video, you basically are like, was it balanced? Yeah, sure, everyone's playing balanced. Vanguard, everyone plays Vanguard. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
One thing I don't understand is why the heck are we seeing the 184th right now? For that
That
matter, why are we
is.
seeing the 14th?
Yeah, we got two very infantry divisions going at it. This is definitely going to come down to just an infantry slog. Not much in terms of tank play for 184th. 14th, you got a few light tanks to go and help you out. But yeah, this is just going to be just a solid infantry battle. No mechanized nonsense to get in the raid. No heavy tanks. Not many heavy tanks. Okay, it's kind of a few heavy tanks I like.
Yeah, I was going to say right
Yeah.
now, not saying that it's a super heavy tank, but we do have Stewarts in the field already, and those guys do pack a pretty good punch in the early phases.
Yep. Nice, cheap little, just light tank. Bit of machine gun spam, never really goes wrong. We've got a Storm Troop in the middle from Gneibs, and Wondernoob just going for tank Desonitki. A lot of him. Oh boy, that's quite a few.
Yes, but unfortunately for them, the Pensabisha 39 are already. Oh wait, oh sniper team. That's a strange decision. Uncommon to be sure.
A Roken run.
Yes, indeed. Now, the good thing over here for them is that they can get one or two shots off before they get killed.
Making it very easy to snipe at Panzer Boys of Scrod.
That was a little bit painful because those guys could have been absolutely devastating. With the Tenko Desantniki dumping out, this is going to be hell to pay.
Yeah, not much in terms of AT here. And yeah, tank Desonitki just unloading right on top. That's how you do a tank Desonitki opener, right? Yeah.
Like, that legitimately felt like I was watching the movie Stalingrad for a second.
Just a full on outside. I'd say do a mechanized push, even though I was just gloating how it wasn't going to be like a mechanized game. But hey, those tank distance keys, they just come at you.
That is certainly true. Now, down at the southern side, kind of what was our northern flank last time, Barrage this P2 Lukes is going to run afoul pretty damn quickly of this PTRS.
Yeah. And the PTS is pretty good at opening up light tanks, as we're seeing in just a second.
It's one.
It's two, three, come on,
Yep.
four.
And with that, there really is not a whole lot to hold back Wondernoob on the south. Of course, it's
No.
not a whole lot to hold back Wondernoob in the center either. So right now, things are looking a little bit uncomfortable, to say the least, for Gneibs.
Yeah, this is Wondernoob has done a fantastic job so far in this initial stages of the match. Really making that, opening push, setting the momentum of the game, and yeah, just good old infantry play working out.
Where is the issue with the opening over here for Gneibs? Was it that he kind of massed in the wrong regions? Did he bring the wrong troops to the fight? Like, what was the issue here?
I think definitely like not having the anti-tank rifle team ready to maybe snipe a tank Destiny Kyo 2 definitely hindered him, and having like light vehicles like a Panzer II nearby to help deal with that push, because he just allowed a tank Destiny keys to get right up in its face without much challenge, which is a pretty big no-go.
It certainly would sound that way. Now, we are going to see the German version of that kind of throw in just a second in the center town. Unfortunately, not a lot there to really call booms and fires down on top of those Russians.
Well, we got an infantry support gun, which is nice, but and 181mm mortar, so at least he has something, but he's probably going to need more infantry and probably maybe another mortar to try and deal with the person. Oh, is that General Lee coming in?
Oh my god, yes it is.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we never see this poor guy. I don't know. It's quite,
It's true. You never see it.
it's kind of fantastic. I mean, the Lee itself. I just gotta get a close up of this guy again. Oh man.
It's, what a. I want to say it's a pathetic excuse for a tank, but I really do have a soft spot for it, just because. Hey, let's just put guns on top of more guns on top of more machine guns. It'll work.
Well, the Russians tried that. They had the whole land battleship.
Yeah. Oh
The
yeah, the
the
T-35.
The T-30. Oh, was it 35? Oh, there
Yeah.
was a lower model than that, but
No, the T-35 was like the really big, stupid one with like
it had
all
like
the
9
turrets.
guns. It was the closest that the Russians ever got to a Bane blade.
I think it was like a 16-man crew or something along those
Yes.
lines.
Yes, it was absurd.
Yeah, yeah. Shame we don't have the MNSD too.
One of those, and the entire map would be over. Now, unfortunately, we did see these Grenadier DPs coming on in, but Tanko Desantniki, you do not want to get close to them. Why are you engaging them from 50 meters away?
Yeah, he's finally bringing in some more, reasonable CQC infantry, such as Begley Pioneers. But Wondernoob has a very good hold on that town with all his SMG troops set up in ambush positions.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess for me, I wasn't really going to call them ambush, but I can kind of see how you went that direction. And with a couple of M5, Stewarts in the background, kind of playing backstop, and G's into the north as well. The introduction of those 2 Stewarts, and there is suddenly nothing in their way. I mean, things are looking rather uncomfortable for our friend Gneibs.
Yeah, he's definitely been on the back for Nessus due to his, well, the southern side is not going too well for him, but also just not being able to control this middle hill. He still has a foothold in it, which is better than the last replay, where the hill was just completely taken over.
It's certainly true. Now, remind me, since I don't see the 14th that often, are we expecting to see any kind of reasonable air power here? We see Wondernoob right now bringing IL-2 going after that infantry support gun.
I think I have a few decent airplanes with 14th. I'm not entirely sure what the air power complement is, but I think it's not terrible. I always forget about, I can remember the tanks and the artillery and all of that really well, but when it comes to airplane stuff in this game, it's I think I have a Messerschmitt.
They have something. It might be a biplane,
Yeah.
it might be a monoplane. They might just have mono. I have no idea. Something. Because the IL-2 is going to try to turn and go after this P2. I don't think it's going to happen. Nope. He's not. He's just going to back away.
A little bit too much anti-aircraft fire to really, getting close.
Indeed. Now, unfortunately for that P2, the Lee is actually engaging him down this road here.
Thankfully, he's got 2 guns. Oh, the pop gun nearby. That can be deadly.
It certainly could be. But like I said, the 14th doesn't really have any true tanks at all. So, I mean, we have a couple of rinky-dink things here and there. But this might be one of the few times that the Lee is a legitimate decision.
Yeah, this is, pretty good environment for it. There's no, T-34s or Panzer IVs. It's just light tanks. So, he's actually, king of the hill in terms of, the Alpha Predator of armor at the moment, which is a little bit sad.
The Alpha Predator, basically because everything else was too stupid and died out. Stovepipe over here is really the only thing that's keeping this push back from kind of even moving forwards, and I think it's just more because Wondernoob took a rather blasé approach to the western side of the map here. I thought this could be the kind of push you can maybe close off a reinforcement point over.
Yeah, he's already got a nice hold on in the forest. I don't think he wants to try and extend out of it for now.
Yeah, it would seem to be a little bit too excessive.
Yeah, Runt is just holding. He's got that 13-11 advantage, which isn't the best advantage, mind you, but No, he is gaining the victory for now. Gneibs is bringing in the artillery spam. He's got all the 81mm mortars, having them all lovely and spread out so they don't get counter batteries, which is a very good call. And with this mortar play, I think he should be able to just bombard the hell out of a hill and counter push into it.
If nothing else, you'll keep their heads down. And the Brigade Pioneers, one thing that we always have to kind of note here is that they are extremely durable.
Yep, yeah, really, really scary infantry with 9 Sturmgewehrs and a machine gun and semi-automatic rifles. Must have really pulled a short straw to be a dude in that squad who got the G43.
Let's be fair, the G43 isn't god-awful. It's not a K98,
Oh.
but I could
You'd
certainly
want an
understand the
assault
thought.
rifle, yeah, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess I would. I don't know. We were talking offline at one point about just being able to do things from a distance. Assault rifle is nice, but that makes you a prime target for everyone else, I kind of feel like, too. Oh my god, he's got something strange and new. Must kill him. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Maybe trying to solve the ego of our poor G43 comrades out there. But just like that, the mortars are able to successfully kill those Tanko Nikis, and that's a major stumbling block for the entire push.
Yeah, that's a very good push there so far of the Beg Elites. He definitely needs a little bit more infantry backing him up, but the artillery archer was definitely the correct archer in trying to shore up this town.
Now, the Lee might find himself willing to go out for a bit of a hunt, but there are 2 Tigers on the field now, so that Lee, well, let's just say he has now become a Duke of Hazard. It's a bit of a stretch, but I thought I could get there.
I'm glad you managed to, like, sneak it in.
Thank you, thank you. Now, to the north, you actually are seeing a bit more of a push as well. Seeing the Russians are trying to push and aggress onto Gneibs' lines. I'm skeptical about their chances. I mean, numbers will tell the tale here, and we are going to see it right now. Superiors, they're able to kind of gang up on kind of isolated squads. But eventually, I would almost think that they're going to run out of real estate to hide in. Am I wrong on that, do you think?
Yeah, they can capture that forest and maybe an open forest. But honestly, if you manage to capture that area, you're pretty much good to go. You just slap AT guns in there and just zone out the rest of the open field.
Seems to be fair. Now, meanwhile, this PTRS squad inside that central town is looking like a champ, killing P2 after P2. And I cannot wait for your artillery to say, and pick on someone your own size here.
Yeah, Gneibs really does need more infantry in there, which he's actually doing right now. Got a big league grenadier as well as a grenadier Fuhrer to try and reinforce. We're actually bringing him to the southern side a bit, but he definitely does need reinforcements.
I would certainly agree with you there, sir. Now, also, Tiger to the north, what's he engaging here? I was looking at those stewards. Yeah, stewards are not going to do a whole lot against that metal monstrosity.
No, they're not.
It's not even like hitting them with tennis balls. It's just kind of scratching at them. But it is 15-9. With the Russians taking another flag or 2, the 14th really has to kind of get on their horse and bring this back into a level playing field.
Yeah, small little northern so has 2 flags into the red fold. So, yeah, Wondernoob is in a very good position there, 16-8 now. He's really just leading the momentum of this match. But I feel like Gneibs, he's very close to, rupturing some part of his Russian line in the middle. He does have the forces here to make it happen. And if he can rupture that middle hill, that's a lot of flags that he can grab under his control.
He's got to do it soon, because there's two ISU 122s. I just saw Valentine coming in as well. We might make fun of the Valentine, but that thing has a rather ridiculously powerful gun. That 6-pounder gun is not to be laughed at.
Yeah, if you just use it as a anti-tank gun, you can't hide in a heavy forest. But you put it in a spot, you defend that area. Any armored vehicle that comes nearby, it's just gonna be welcomed into Pound Town.
Certainly true, and just actually, you know what? Let's not go there. But in the meantime, we are going to see a resurgent push from Superiors and Ultimate Cheeky trying to push out this last Grenadier DP. and kind of just even out that line. Because right now, the Germans have their own private bulge, and I don't think they're happy to see the Russians. A couple
Yeah,
more squads going into that area, though, trying to shore things up as well. Don't think they're going to get there in time.
the infantry being brought in into the middle from both sides. And grenadiers and Beglites, as well as some strokey DPs, which are very scary a squad to go up against. And of 184th, even though it's a C-tier division, and it is a very slow division, that's right, C-tier, a strokey DP spam is nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty.
The third ISU 122? No. But this is an IL-2 going after that Tiger, I believe. No, he's dropping rounds on the head of that push. That is a very unique call.
I kind of agree if he really just wants to get rid of infantry at the moment. There are going to be some more infantry, which are going to cause him a little bit of issue.
Yeah, I just kind of thought the biggest issue there is that Tiger. If he can do that, then he can flex in with the Strokies.
Tiger does need to kind of be put into a zoo. It's you know, it's running around unleashed out of its cage. It's just very dangerous for the general population.
Went for this ME-109, he does not get the kill. I kind of thought he was going to. Now he's going to go back over those 37 mils, and those things can be quite deadly, if not cared for properly.
Yeah. If he unloads his second run, he should be able to kill the Messerschmitt, but I understand, right? He wants to get into a good position first. I think the Messerschmitt will be able to get away for another day.
Sounds
you never know.
About accurate. Now we are going to see those Grenadier DPs are being called in to kind of stabilize the line just a smidge. Trying to push back through, maybe seal that road, maybe even steal a flag or two. It's a kind of a rough ask here, but it's certainly possible.
The Pioneers will definitely help out with better CQC loadout. But Gneibs, like, once again, I feel like he's so close in making some sort of breakthrough, but he just doesn't have the force to do so yet.
No, and we're getting another, 10 squads of Soviet infantry coming right back into that town, it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yep, and yeah, strokey spam and a shit ton of superiors, which is not something you really want to just run into in general.
True.
Yeah, 184th is a very good infantry slog in deck. They just have infantry for days. It's just when it comes to anti-tank firepower, it's a major weakness.
Well, the anti-tank firepower can be handled, and then going up against that 14th, I think 14th is a perfect time to play 184th then.
Yes. You only have a few Tigers that you have to worry about, and RTS is Stokes. And your Valentines can kill Tigers, your ISU 122s can kill Tigers. I think you can get some Cis 3s, which can kind of kill Tigers.
Tracks broken, transmission damaged, and now it's just going to be Crit City for years. No, excuse me, there's the ISU was right there too. Yeah, that's the end of one Tiger. Yes, indeed.
A very good dead cat.
It belongs in a museum.
Preferably Bovington.
True. Three mortars are going to continue their barrages, looking for different areas around that town. Now, again, these theoretically have the ability to kill, but it's more just that kind of pain-in-the-ass squad that's going on here.
Yeah. I really do like the smoke that Wondernoob just caught in on the IG-18, completely blocking its line of sight. Very sneaky play, but that's going to work wonders. As his blob of infantry will be able to just slowly, make their way through the town. Gneibs throwing in grenadiers of his own, but in terms of, equipment, Russians really come out on top.
True, but those mortars do cause that entire attack just to fall apart.
Yep, Richard 3 don't have guys blobbed up so much. But it is kind of hard on this angle of approach because the town is pretty narrow.
Part of me almost thinks if you go a little bit further north, you see where that Strokey TP is, north of the Strokey squad.
Hmm?
Use that approach, come around the side there. I know you're not on the roads, and that's definitely an issue in terms of foot slogging. But would you rather be in a more open position? Maybe you could pick up that flag, or would you just want to throw yourself into the meat grinder? Because I feel like that's definitely what's going on here now. We're seeing a meat grinder scenario.
Oh, it's very grindy, just for, you know, two infantry divisions just going at it hard and war.
Well, hey, you know, as long as they are okay with a particular situation, I suppose that's not reasonable.
Yeah, but both sides using artillery in a rather, you know, competent fashion. The IG-18s are definitely helping out for Gneibs. But yeah, it's grinding. But Wondernoob, he can afford to grind. He has time on his side. Gneibs has just under 5 minutes to really, you know, make anything happen.
And well, with Phase C, this is where everything kind of comes out to play, or everything goes to shit. Excuse me, but we do have two 122 millimeter guns, and I think, yep, they're looking to start trying to find the German artillery. Little does he know that most of that artillery is pretty much out of ammunition, but regardless, that is a decent call.
Yeah. This is where the artillery spam really starts to come into effect now. The Germans setting up a 100mm of their own, which is a very good counter battery option. And at Messerschmitt 410, not having the nicest time over Russian airspace.
Yeah, shockingly to watch this. Yeah, that's no laugh. That's a dead plane in return. But
Very dead plane now.
no, I love this. We actually have barrages being called out on both sides. We have a 210 on the Russian slate that started in 15 seconds. And the Soviets are like, you think that's like an offside barrage? Here's an offside barrage. And we have a 280 coming out the other direction.
Like a pair of eyes.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
The googly
nothing
eyes
else. They can't represent nothing else.
They only have Artie for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect love story. And indeed, the first rounds are going to cause quite an issue. And I can see Gneibs being like, wait, did I call that in short? I should be getting hit by my own material.
This off-map seems a little bit larger than what I anticipated. Oh, the commander goes down from the Germans.
Yep.
That's a pretty big loss. You never will lose your commander, and you won't know how to conquer.
Yeah. I'll give that a nod.
Thank you. All I need is a nod.
That and a Chrono Commando.
And a Maraud's tank.
Also true. Before we start worrying about our Tesla coils, those off... Okay, you want to call them off maps. With the 122s, surprisingly, they haven't really done a huge amount. I really was looking for them to do a lot more.
Yeah. I find it to be the same rate. I find them a little bit underwhelming. Yes, they got a massive gun and pretty thick armor. But the problem is it's not so much that they're bad units, but you have like a, you know, pretty heavy tank, so to speak, even though yes, it's a tank destroyer or shotgun. You just kind of set it up in a defensive spot and it doesn't really move from there. And if the enemy knows it's there, they're just not gonna push that point usually. So it's just kind of slow. I know it works better in a tank division, but it's not in a tank division, so it doesn't work better.
I think I'm more stunned by the fact that it's obscenely low reload rate.
Yep, I mean, yeah, it's the same with the IS-2 gun. It's you just hope to God that you hit with that shot. Even if you do miss, it's got a pretty high explosive.
True.
That town is just like it's no man's land now.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case, doesn't it?
Oh.
And those marauding ME-109s back again, man. As if eager to prove that he does win one area of this field, Gneibs has just been having his Air Force just bravely throwing themselves at any ground attack plane coming through.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make this one last quick call. There is a big push coming into the north. Sicherungs and Sturm Pioneers and Grenadier DPs and all this kind of junk.
Oh my. Throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this point. He only has 2 minutes left. That's all he can really afford.
That's true. The kitchen sink is pretty expensive these days.
Mm-hmm.
But eager to defend it, we are going to get Strokey. Oh no, Strokey's going to be showing up there. Here's the time I take the 122 artillery pieces and I just pound that position. Even if I hit my own troops, I'm going to slow him up, and that's all I really need to do at this point.
Yeah, he only has to hold for a minute 40, so he has a 2 flag advantage. I mean, nothing's going to happen in the middle in that time. It's really all going to come down to his northern assault, whether he can hold this whole farmstead. I think he will be able to. Yeah, maybe.
Well, when he calls in an entire battalion of Strokey DPs from one spot by itself, I think at this point he's just pride posting here.
Yeah.
What do you think here? 12? Yeah, 12. And that doesn't count the 3 on the northern artillery from there, or the other 4 that are coming in from that one, or another 4 getting to the north from there. It's just an obscene amount of infantry, and I think this is just one of those, like, I am just going to give you the victory march through Brandenburg Gate.
We're gonna do a march through Red Square before, leaving the gates of Moscow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you know what? They wanted so badly to have good relations with the Americans before that happened. They even repaired the M3 Lee.
Oh, look at, proper diplomats. Maybe I got sent some more, air cobras and boots.
Does seem possible. I'm watching this push to the north with a Tiger and 2 loops, but I don't know if that... No, that first guy's not very loopsy. Well, 20 seconds left to go. What could have gone better for Gneibs?
Really could have opened up better in the town. Probably some more big elite units, better CQC guys. Like, tactics on need keepers was devastating. But yeah, you just need to be just a little bit more aggressive. I mean, it's a slow division, 14th. So you're not going to make any major breakthroughs, but it felt like he was on the edge of just, making something happen, but just couldn't secure it, unfortunately, for him.
No, sir. And with that, we are going to see Gneibs going down to Wondernoob over here. From a kills perspective, yep, the Tango Desantniki early on. Those guys, Filipov, that's one of the dudes in the town, shredded the early material coming on in.
Yeah.
Outside of that, no real standout, shockingly. We have a couple small infantry killers, and that's about it.
Yeah, the off-map did decent. Losses, pretty underwhelming as well.
Indeed. But regardless, that will pretty much do for our coverage of the SD2 Season 2 League for this particular week. Rang, if we've learned anything this week, what have we learned?
BAM Infantry?
There we go, folks. You've heard it here first of BAM Infantry. Outside of that, I mean, until next time, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangaroo, take it easy.